Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Benson. What's yours? So I'm gonna prep some stuff for the baby shower tomorrow, just mostly the meat. What I've done is I brined a turkey. It's been brined for 24 hours. I'm gonna pull it out, spatchcock it, lay it flat on a tray, get it back in the fridge because I want the outside to kind of dry out before I throw it in the smoker. And then I'm gonna take the pork loin, cut it in half. I'm gonna season one half with a red curry paste. It's the stuff I get from a local Asian market. It's going to be a combination of that and just plain Greek yogurt. What the Greek yogurt is, this curry paste is kind of spicy. This will tone it down a little bit. I'm going to reserve half as a dipping sauce for it as well. And then, so I'm going to do one half of the pork loin that way. The other half of the pork loin, I'm going to try out this honey sriracha seasoning that I got. And then the beef brisket, I'm going to trim some of the fat off, cut it in half as well, season both sides. Probably do one side with this Asian garlic rub that I have, and the other side just a standard salt, pepper, garlic rub. Now, most of my rubs here are going to have a base of this. This is equal parts salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. And then the turkey, I don't know. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that turkey yet, how I want to season it. I don't know if I want to go spicy on the turkey or just let the smoke flavor do its thing. I think that's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to let the smoke flavor do its thing. Just salt, pepper, the skin and the meat, and then let the smoke just kind of render itself in there as best it can. And then I've got two things of ribs, which I don't think are going to be for the baby shower, but I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be dinner tonight. But I bought this Richard's barbecue sauce at a local Ace Hardware. I'm just going to put the ribs in some aluminum foil, drizzle this on top of it, and just kind of let it sit in the fridge for a little while. But we have some plans to go do some stuff today. Kristen's not feeling well, so we're going to get her into the Minute Clinic to check her out. She might have bronchitis or something. We just want to make sure. And then I'm going to get a haircut. The kids have a half day of school today. And then who knows what other shenanigans we're going to get up to. Tomorrow's the big day. It is the baby shower. But I want to get this meat stuff prepped so that it's sitting in the fridge. And the reason I'm going to get it in the fridge, I want to get it in the fridge open in the cold air so that the seasoning has time to kind of soak into the meat, as well as the outsides to dry a little bit, so it's not so wet and moist when it goes into the smoker. I'm going to handle this a little bit differently. Tomorrow I'm going to crank that smoker up to 250, get it hot, basically for all intents and purposes sanitize the inside of the thing, and then I'm going to shut it off, open the door, let it completely cool down. Then I'm going to load the meat in there, load the wood in there, and then I'm going to crank it back up to 250, let it get up to 250, all the smoke and stuff to really get in there, and I'm going to shut the vent and then crank it way down and let it go for probably 12 hours, because it's not tomorrow, it's going in tonight. Sorry, my days are a little backwards. It's going to go in tonight. And the reason I do that is with an electric smoker, I never feel like you get enough of that smoke flavor that you get from a natural fire smoke, and it's because that electric smoker can stay so hot. And what it is there's a heating element that heats up the entire smoker, but it also heats up your wood to create the smoke. Well, if you crank it down to 100 after you've gotten your smoker to 250 or down to whatever, it takes it so long for it to drop, for that heat element to kick back in and really get some more smoke build up in there. So I think what I'm going to do is do it this way. I'm going to shut the vent, crank it up to 250 when the meat goes in there cold, let it fill with smoke, and then crank it back down to the temp I want to cook at, which is about 185. Let it go for 12 hours that way, and then that initial release of heat and smoke should really kind of absorb into the outside of the meat and kind of soak its way through. That's my plan, but I just wanted to bring you as I prep some meat. You've seen me do it before, so if you want to skip past this part, go right ahead, but I'm going to get this stuff prepped. So so I know I've done this before, but I'm going to show it again. I'm going to spatchcock this turkey. I'll explain why in just a minute, but basically what that means is we're going to pull this backbone out of this turkey, lay him flat, crack the chest bones so it lays completely flat. But this has been sitting in a salt brine with lemons and rosemary for the last 24 hours. I want to get it good and dry so I don't slip as I'm cutting. And I'm going to kind of show you the trick to getting this out without damaging the bird too badly. So I'm not doing this with gloves. I know you've seen gloves in some of the other shots. I want to be able to control my knife as best I can without worrying about the rubber slipping at all. That's just me. Most people will do it just fine with gloves, but so this doesn't have to be completely dry. I just want as much of this dry as I can so that I don't slip while I'm cutting. So, all right, so we want to get our bird breast side down. And there are some rib bones that connect along here. Honestly, a good sharp knife should be able to wiggle right through those. When you get closer to the thigh here, you want to go under the thigh knuckle so that you don't ruin. There's like what they call like the oyster of poultry in these two areas right here that you don't want to damage. So the first thing I'm going to do is slit the skin down the back. I don't want to waste any skin because a lot of people like skin, so I'm going to peel that away as best I can. Plus, whenever I go to smoke this guy, I can wrap him with this extra skin and kind of help protect the bottom. So, just a couple little slits, and you should be able to get your finger under the skin. Sorry about the dogs barking. And push it back a little bit. You can do this with any kind of poultry as well. It's really good if you're cooking chicken and stuff. Okay, so see I've got it exposed here. There's my backbone. And that right there is what they call the oyster. So I want to kind of tuck around here when I get down there. But just real long, deep cuts here. On this side as well. And then you can even see where the neck starts to lift up. If you're not into this, I get it. You're more welcome to turn away. Change, you know, fast forward. Because you're going to hear bones and stuff cracking. But
wish I was able to fast forward.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but Jordan's in the background going, I wish I could fast forward so I don't have to hear it.
I mean, I wish I could fast forward too. I mean, I'm gonna have to get used to it eventually if I'm gonna start cooking.
That's right. It is something you have to learn to do. I mean, you don't have to spatchcock your birds, but I just like doing it. All right, so I'm going to come down here where the tailbone is and kind of start my way around it as well.
Did you say somebody come down here and do that?
No, I said I'm going to, not somebody come down and do it.
Somebody come down here.
Just trying to locate all my different bones here, so. So if you see right there, I expose where the thigh bone meets the rest of it. I lose a little bit of meat here on the tail area, but that's not a big deal. This stuff can actually be used to make stock. But if you see right there's that knuckle, you want to kind of get in there with your knife and just kind of boop. And there you go. Out comes the thigh piece. And then we just have to finish on up here around where the thigh bone meets the backbone.
Why is cutting bones so like cringy?
Why is it so cringy? Because it makes you think of your own bones.
Ew. The noise it's making like
boop.
the mix of
That side is free. I'm just gonna go to this side now.
like the mix of the skin and the bones is so nasty to watch. Ew.
I'm pretty sure your commentary on this is what everybody's thinking as they watch it. Except for maybe Miss Cassie.
Why?
She said the last time I did it, this was therapeutic.
Seriously.
She likes to cook. And I think that day she had like cleaned like 100 something turkey breasts because she works at a restaurant.
Nice.
So.
I'm gonna use a charger cord to scratch this off. Scratch what off? Scratch this baby part off.
It's pretty neat. If you look here, like, well, you can't see it, but like some of the rosemary is like infused with the fat and stuff from where it just sat in that brine. Just trying to locate my knuckle bone. Oh, I think I found it right. Yeah, there we go. See how I got far enough in right here? It's even just separating for me before I even have to take a knife to it.
I'm working very satisfying to scratch the point. Did baby poopy? Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly. Why did you give me this? It's funny. Please take it back. No. No, I'm not taking it back. Oh. Have you seen my phone?
Just trying to get that
Have you seen my phone?
knuckle area to, there we go. There's our spine
Have you seen
out of our bird. This is gonna go and be reserved to make some stock.
Have you seen my phone?
No. All right, so now we're just gonna take our bird, got our back cavity open, got our thighs here, they're still good, in good piece. And we're gonna flip this guy over. And take out the thermometer thing that I forgot to take out last night when I put it in the brine. And once you get it here, pull your thighs open and kind of pull your back open a little bit in back here so you can kind of get it to start to lay flat. And this takes a good amount of pressure because you're basically breaking this bone here. So just get it spanned out and then apply pressure. You can hear the rest of the bones cracking, but what you're looking for is this bone right here to pop. Now what's cool about spatchcocking is if you want, you can still pull and tie your thighs and legs up so that it cooks similar to a regular turkey. But the reason you spatchcock it is you're trying to get heat evenly distributed this way, whereas if it was just the backbone was still in there, that backbone's going to get a lot of heat, and a lot of times your thicker meats are going to dry out before the rest of your stuff cooks. This evens that cooking, that playing field, so everything should cook evenly because everything's at the same like surface level. But I did not crack that bone. It's right there. So let me double check. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, right? Oh, maybe I did crack it already. Yeah, it gave way. So I guess it popped a few seconds ago. But that's it. That's our spatchcock turkey. I'm gonna season it up. Not really gonna show you that. I just want to talk to you about spatchcocking. I'm gonna season it up and get it in the fridge to kind of dry out a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of moisture. I'm gonna clean some more moisture off of it and get it in the fridge to kind of dry out until it's time to go in the smoker in a few hours. So, all right, we're here with this pretty sick infested lady. We're gonna get her checked out. I just want to make sure she doesn't like bronchitis or anything. And then we found out that they have the D-tap shot. It's a D-tap. Thank you very much. There's a D and a tap.
That's the wrong one.
No, because it's pertussis.
Yes. It's right there. T-taps.
No.
Yes.
Maybe. Anyways, I need the pertussis vaccine before the baby gets here, so we're gonna go and do it while we're here. So let's go get it done. Alright, we determined we're both correct on the shot I'm getting. They just rearranged the letters for some reason and we don't know why. And they charge you $10 more if the D is before the T. Just to confuse you. Alright, the pretty lady's over there cutting out baby shower games. I'm over here steeping some fresh lavender, not fresh, dried lavender flower buds. That stuff right there. We're gonna make lavender lemonade for the baby shower. Just as something to drink. We're gonna try and dye it purple and see if we can't get a pretty purple color, which we've tested this once and it worked out. So I'm just letting this steep for a little bit so I can make the lemonade. And there's, oh, it fogged up. And then Allie's over there. She got her new glasses. She's not happy about it because she said these make her look like a librarian. She looks cute in them, so I don't know why she's being such a fuss pot about it. You look cute, kid. I don't know why you're such a fuss pot.
Hang on, hang on.